G'day, g'day, g'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, back in the house. It's been a minute or two since I've been around, and I'm a little bit nervous. So I'm joined today, as always, like with Daffy, my boy Daffy, and also Marissa up there, Manic. And I thought, after some time out, it's about time to jump on and say a quick g'day and, you know, just let you know that I'm still alive. Alak-Azul, there's C-A-C, thank you, welcome back. We missed you. Oh, I missed you too. I missed you too. Seriously though, it's just been. I guess I've been making the reality, and the reality is that this is supposed to be passive income, and we don't have to be sitting on here 24 hours, 7 days a week like I used to do. So it's a matter of just taking some Danny time out and enjoying the things that I should be enjoying without having to sit here all the time and watch it. Drip continues to do what it does, whether you're here or not. So there you go. Daffy, how's things with you, brother?
It's been good. What can I say? I actually retired this year.
Yes,
Absolutely
congratulations.
retired. So that's really good for me. So if anybody doesn't believe in drip, I think you really should because I'm making it now.
Absolutely.
So
In
there's
fact,
some good things coming in. Some new projects that are gonna happen, and some new businesses may start popping up all around the place. If you live in Ireland, or if you know anybody living in Ireland, well, keep an eye out.
yeah. I was gonna say this. You're alive. Yes, I am definitely alive. Drip Magnet, aka Doug. Man, if you want to jump on the stream, brother, let me know so you can give us your thoughts as well on what's been happening. And yeah, look, basically, the reason I wanted to do this is, man, we've reached 1 year in Drip. 1 year now, and how it's changed people's lives. I mean, for me, it's definitely changed my life to the point that I don't have to be on here anymore if I don't want to. After 2 years of pandemic and not going out anywhere, and still can't really go out anywhere, but we finally decided to get my car fixed and get it back on the road, so that should be ready this week. Spend a
Just buy a
shitload
new
on it.
one, Danny.
Well, man, I can't. Yes, I can, but I kind of don't really need it. I don't really need a new one, So it's pretty good. And then been dealing with my architect and you know planning the renovations for the house, which hopefully by the end of May we should start construction on that. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. Manic, you're on mute and you're not there, or you are, sis Marissa.
I it was just a bit noisy where I was.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So yeah, look, drip, it's still going 1 year, and it's sure it's probably not where it was a few months back. We all got a bit spoilt back then, but it's still paying out, and that's a beautiful thing. It just shows how solid the project is to be able to last for a year and continue to pay and continue to be doing great things for people. It's an amazing thing,
Yeah, it seems to be
so
the price for drip seems to have stabled around 30 to 35, which is good.
yeah. Every now and then you'll see it spike up to 40 and stuff like that, but I mean at the end of the day, if you've done things right over the past year and you've just been building your position, it really doesn't matter where the price goes to, you
Yes.
know and the fact that you're still compounding, you're still increasing the number of coins. Hey, you may not be progressing at 1,000,000 to 1 going up, but you're staying stable, and that's a really really important factor there. um, luckily for me, even if the price goes back down to like $10 or something, I'm still okay. you know. So
Yeah. Well,
it's
let's hope that it
fine.
doesn't drop that low.
Well, I mean, hey, if it does, I'm going to be buying a shitload more. You
For
know,
sure.
that's another opportunity to get in, and it opens doors for other people to get in as well. You know,
That's right.
so that's awesome. Yeah, but I mean, hey, as you guys know, this is a drip page, but well, not really a drip page, but we mainly talk about drip. But there are other opportunities that have been coming along that you know I'm open to talk about as well. Um, you know, some of these things that have come out, I you just kind of go in with again with only what you can afford to lose, because you don't know where it's going to go from there. All right, and again, you've still got to look at the developers and the background of the developer and see where it's going to go, and you know, look at the integrity. In regards to that, I still think drip is king, and it's kind of proving itself to be king, considering all these other forks have been starting up and then having issues, and you know, but in respect to that, even with these other forks, okay, I'm going to say it, Splassive as one. Okay, Splassive is one. And then obviously, well, Elephant, you can't call it a fork, but you know, Elephant had some issues as well. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm in both. I'm in Splassive and I'm in Elephant money. Well, not Elephant itself, but Trunk and Stampede. And you know, it still pays out. Sure, there's been exploits. That seems to be a common thing lately. Exploits, exploits, exploits. But you know, at least the exploits, it's not like a rug pull, right? So you know, as a rug pull, well, usually when it's a proper rug pull, when you try to go to the website, it just says 404 error or something like that.
Yeah, that's
You
something
know
they
that they're
really don't
gone.
want to be seeing.
That's right. Hey, thanks, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm back. Like, I don't know how long I'll be back for, but I'm back. So, guys, if you have anyone that's watching, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We'll do the best that we can to answer these questions for you. And yeah, like beef you back up. If you're feeling a little bit down, we'll get you back up there. All right. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. So it's funny, you know, like I've heard Brandon mention this a few times in the past as well, Drip Guide, that you know when price is pumping, people are so noisy. You know, you're getting all these messages and everything like that, and then when the price goes down, you for the first few days, yeah,
Wait,
you
man.
get a lot of messages like, "What the fuck's happening?" You know, but then after that, everything just quietens down, and you know, I opened up my Telegram today for the first time in maybe like 6 weeks or something. All right, because again, I just been taking some Danny time to just do my thing, and I opened it up, and there's like all these messages, and then I went into we have a um, Drip Network Live group in Telegram, which is like with Brandon and Kelly and Folly and all of us there, and I logged into that today for the first time just to share the link for this, and it's like, well, no one's there. No one's active. Haven't been on for like 3 hours or how many days. So it's not just me that's kind of disappeared. Um, Hang on, let's put this up here. Wish Todd a happy birthday. Yes, Todd, happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing one, or it's coming to the end of an amazing one for you today. But I hope it's been a good one. Um, I've got Alak-Azul in the background, but I'm not going to have any today. I'm sorry, guys. I
That was
had too
earlier
many
on.
last night. Yeah, well, I had Alak-Azul last night as well as the Jim Beam. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But
I
happy
took a
birthday,
nap.
Todd. Happy birthday, Todd. So, all right. So, drip again. We're sitting at 32 something. You know, still going good. Still going strong. Um, I don't think. I mean, again, if anyone's watching and they have any questions, please feel free, and we'll do what we can to answer you. You know. But it's just one of those things. It just works. It just works. You don't have to sit there and study it every day. You don't have to analyze it every single day. Um, you know, go to sleep, wake up, and you got money. That's a beautiful thing, and Marissa can
Yeah.
testify to that, and Daffy. So, you know, um, but yeah, so we've got that. Look, Splassive. Let's talk about Splassive for a second, if you want to.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All
Um,
right.
it was a bit
We got.
hairy there for a while,
Yeah.
and it was only what a couple of days ago that it went back live.
Yep.
That
So,
was a bit scary.
look, if Bitcoin Brown, if you're out there watching, man, we'd love to have you on the stream. All right.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, Splassive. Look, I mean, I went into it. I went into it on the premise that there's no real promises. I still question its sustainability, but with what's happened in the past week or so, or the past month, where it was exploited, etc. The good thing about it is that Bitcoin Brown, the dev, has still been active. He's still out there. He's still actively trying to make things happen. He hasn't done a runner. He hasn't disappeared. And again, we don't really know, but to me, yeah, exploit very possible. I don't, for me personally, I don't see that he did that himself. Okay, I see it as a legit exploit that someone took advantage of, and at least it looks like he's trying to make a comeback. Yes, the price is low, but at the end of the day,
get in.
when I was doing my calculations back then, you know, I based it on, even if it drops at 2% a day, even if it dropped by 90% in a couple of years' time, as long as the contract's still there, you're still making good money. You know. So, unless he gets exploited again, but you know,
Let's hope not.
hey, it's the wild, wild west of crypto. So you just never know. But obviously, 2% is an attractive thing. 2% per day is
Mm,
attractive. So you
for
got
sure.
that side of things. Then you've got you know trunk and stampede, another one exploit as well. The good thing about that though is obviously the backing. The exploit affected elephant, but with trunk and stampede, it is trunk. So trunk is 75% BUSD. So the amount that it's dropped, because only 25% of it is collateralized with elephant. So the price of elephant drops. Yes, the price drops, but it's still supported 75% BUSD. So the drop hasn't been that dramatic. And again, as much as I'm not a big fan of BT, and that's no secret, um, it looks like him and the community actually working together to try to make things right. Get it back on track. And I still believe it will come back on track. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen. And with that Stampede, 0.56% per day, long term, it's great. It was never going to be a short term thing for me anyway. You know, um, so again, just keep compounding, work your strategy with that, and you should still become profitable at the end.
Well, yeah, just like with any new project, don't put in more than you can afford to lose. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
with Splassive, there was that exploit that knocked down the price, but
yeah,
as Danny said, the developers trying to push it back up again, and it's back live, which is good.
yeah.
It's currently at $6, I believe.
Something like that. It was 8
Yeah,
yesterday. I haven't really checked it, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
five to
log
well,
in
six.
and I compound it, and that's it. So this
mm,
here isn't 2% over 180 days essentially the same as 1% over 365? Well, as far as I know, it's actually not 180 days. Right? I think it's at 300, but it's not even days, because if you keep compounding it, it really makes no difference. This 180% or 365% is not based on days. It's the amount. It's the percentage of your deposit is the max. That would be a max payout. Yep. So I think that's kind of clear. I don't know. I've been away for quite a while, so I'm not really sure.
well, I think it's a carbon copy of Drip. It's just that the mechanics are pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, pretty
The
much.
max payout is pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's that's the reason I went into it, only
Yeah,
because I knew it was a fork of drip. Okay, and drip's already proven itself. So if they maintained it, the same structure, well then effectively it would work. The questionable part about that is sustainability long term,
yeah,
because I think with studies, I think the max that you could get for like proper sustainability would be like 1.7%. Um, so 2%, and the other ones that are like 3%,
4 point.
etc., etc. You've got to look at those and go, hey, is it going to be sustainable? But again, the reason I went into it was like, okay, well, if it's not thinking about the possible exploit, okay, if it
Mm,
hadn't been exploited, my thought would have been, okay, well, at the end of the day, what's the price going to be worth in a year or 2 years' time? What's it going to be worth? But how much would I have potentially been able to make before it goes to that price? Because I'm not one of these people that would just compound, 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 and then start taking money later on. I take profits along the way,
Yeah.
you know. So that's the important factor there, is to take profits along the way. So at 2% per day, depending on how much you invested, obviously, uh, if you can make a big chunk of money within the first 6 months to a year. After that, it doesn't matter what the price goes to. Who
yeah,
cares? You would have ROI'd how many times? Based on 2% per day, if you were compounding every day initially, you basically double your coins every month. You know,
Hey,
whereas with
Danny,
drip, yeah, yep.
how long does a project last for you? Does it depend on how many percentage, like the percentage per day, or
How long does it last for? Well,
yeah, like
that really depends. There's no definitive lifespan of it. It really comes down to the use case, etc., etc. The community,
the
yeah,
developers,
you
how many
can't you
projects that
can't
come
say.
in.
I mean, literally, the contracts are done. They're smart contracts, and they're there for the life of the blockchain. So it really depends. After that, there's no actual specific time frames for it. Um, Drip guide, Brandon,
Why aren't
brother,
you on the stream, man?
man, why aren't you on the stream? You should be joining us on the stream. And you know what? I'm gonna just actually open up my. I'm gonna try to message Brandon, and I will send him the link, just in case, brother. Time since I've seen you and had a chat
Yeah,
with you.
been
Um,
enjoying
I know
your videos recently as well.
there, Brandon. I've sent you a stream, brother. A stream link on your Telegram. So please join us if you can. Long time no see. Yes, absolutely. It's been way too long. Now, here's an interesting point by C. I'm looking forward to Drip Animal Farm lottery tickets. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Whether I don't know when exactly that's going to happen, but it's pretty interesting. I haven't gone into all the details of it. Again, I've just been taking a break. I haven't really been doing much, so you know, see what happens. But definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Have you looked into that at all, Daffy?
The what? The
The
lottery
lottery
farm,
tickets?
the large tickets. No, no, yeah, it looks interesting though.
Definitely, definitely interesting. I
Might have to
mean,
have
again, I
a
don't know all the
conversation about that
details.
later on.
I don't know all the details, but yeah, I mean, it sounds definitely sounds interesting. I don't know if Brandon's going to join us. He's seen the link, but it'd be nice to have him on.
Yeah,
It's been a long time since we've had a chat with him, and you know,
yeah,
could be
it's been a bit
interesting.
manic on my side anyway. I've been trying to figure out how to do the taxes and everything. I mean, we had that conversation a couple of weeks ago. Trying
Yeah,
to figure out the taxes over here in Ireland has been it's been somewhat of a maze.
yeah,
But eventually, I did manage to get an accountant that was happy enough to try and navigate through what I was doing
yeah.
because I'm trying to be above board on everything, above board on absolutely everything. Hey, there we
Look at
go.
this sexy man, whole new background, everything. Look at you, and
Hey, I
man,
wasn't
you've been
planning
working
on
out.
being on.
You've slimmed down. What's happening?
Oh,
It's like, no.
yeah, dude. I was not gonna join, but I was like, I can't not show up for you guys.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I've been
Yeah,
working out and I've been eating right. I'm back on somewhat of a keto, intermittent
Yeah.
fasting diet sort of thing. So come down a little bit.
Looking good, brother.
Yeah,
Looking
man.
good.
Puerto Rico does a body good too, though.
Yeah, man. So you're permanently moved. You're properly moved over there now, or you're still going back and forth,
No,
or?
no, my wife can't come down here. She's about to start her third year of medical school.
Oh, okay.
So that part
Wow.
of it does suck, but we're planning on having a pretty nice summer. She's gonna come down here and visit me for like a few days, and then
Yeah.
this summer we're going to London and Paris, and then we're gonna
Wow.
tour around like Prague and Salzburg, Austria, Vienna.
Sweet.
My daughter is actually performing with a professional choir group,
Oh,
and
wow.
they're touring 4 different cities in Europe, in Czech Republic and Austria and what you call it, Budapest or Hungary, I
Wow.
guess. Hungary. Budapest is the
Wow.
city.
Yeah.
Hungary is the country. And
Yeah.
so I have the opportunity. My wife and I are both are gonna like follow her around. We're gonna rent a car. We're gonna drive on the Autobahn. It's gonna be
Wow.
fantastic.
That's awesome, man. That
Yeah.
really is. And
And I'm so like, my dad used to always tell me like it's so fun as a parent to sort of live vicariously through your children, and it's just so
yeah,
awesome when they do things and you just feel so much pride. I'm having that experience just like he always
man.
said I would, because my daughter, not only is she in this choir, but she's a soloist, and
Yeah.
she's going to be singing a solo part for a Mozart piece
Oh,
in the
wow.
church where he
Wow.
composed the piece.
Oh,
Wow.
wow, man.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm just out of my mind about it. I just can't believe it. And thanks to Drip, I have
Mm.
the freedom, I have the funds, we
Yep.
just can globe
That's
trot.
beautiful. Man, that's the whole thing, bro. That's why I haven't been here. Right? That's why I haven't been here, is because I've just been enjoying just spending time
Yeah.
offline, and
Yep.
being able to do that. I mean, you mentioned about, okay, your daughter doing the music as well, and singing and stuff. My daughter's the same. Like, she's not doing tours, but I sit here with her practically every day, and we go through the guitar, and just fine tuning how she does her guitar playing, and new microphones here, so she's been recording, and
Yeah.
and it's just awesome to be able to spend time with them and know that, hey, shit, I don't have to go to a job, you know.
Yeah, I kind of went the other way. I started
Hmm.
this live streaming 3 times a week, but
Okay.
I did give myself the weekend off. I don't do the Sunday streams anymore. So
Yeah.
give and take.
Yeah. Hang on. Just
Danny, your microphone is kind of low compared to
is it
Daffy and the other
okay? How about this? If I turn it up, is that better?
little bit. Yeah.
I can turn it up here.
So you
How's
just been
this? Is that
enjoying
better?
life, huh?
Yeah. Man, I've been dealing with my architects. Stage or phase one of our renovations will start end of May, which is awesome.
Oh, you're
So super exciting. It's going to
you're
cost a
building like
shitload,
a,
but
a freaking compound, right?
well, now that's another project. But just our existing house, we're doing all the renovations and stuff. We're adding on one side we're adding 3 floors, on the other side we're adding another 2 floors, and then we're connecting it all
Floors. You're
through the
adding entire floors?
yeah.
You don't have a house there then. You have like a freaking skyscraper, huh?
Yeah, he's
It's gonna
building
be
upwards.
awesome, man. It's like the existing house, because the existing house, it used to be what you consider like a church. It's Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses previously,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
and I bought it as like a hall basically, and then we
Just an empty
renovated it.
shell.
Yeah, just an empty shell,
Huh.
and so I mean that's going back 13 years ago or something. So you can't really build on top of it. you can't really build on top of it. So what we're doing is we're building on either side and then connecting it all and removing the roof of this and then pouring a slab on top. So you're going to have the middle is like a roof deck, in the middle of two tiers. One side is 4 floors, the other side is 3 floors.
And are you just like the neighbors? You're just going to crush them?
Yeah, I guess pretty much. And then my office and studio will be basically a whole floor, which is the whole length of the house. So it's going to be amazing, man. Like I was saying to Daffy, I'm actually in the hunt at the moment for like old guitars, old musical instruments, which I want to display in glass cabinets throughout the whole, like through the studio and stuff like that. So it's nice. It's really exciting, you know, and to be able to do it, that's the main thing, you know. It's
well,
beautiful.
I'm looking forward to coming and visiting you someday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Rooftop pool and everything.
And in the meantime, feel free to come over here to Puerto Rico. You're probably kind of a homebody, though. You don't leave your place, do you?
Oh, dude, I've only been a homebody because of the pandemic, but other than that, I love going out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then jump on a
I miss
plane,
it.
come out here to San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'll pick you up in the car, and
Oh, sweet.
I even have.
Definitely.
I mean, if you want to cheap out, which you probably don't, but yeah, I got a second bedroom right here.
Oh, sweet. No, man, that kind of sounds like a plan.
You can't beat the view. You look out. It's dark now, but
Yeah.
you cannot beat the view. It just lights me up every morning.
Yeah.
Turquoise water out there.
Beautiful.
That's fantastic.
What an amazing lifestyle Drip has been able to give us, eh?
Oh yeah. You know, I've been talking a lot lately on my streams how I've really been sort of pressing the issue of that, like, I want new people to get into crypto, and rather than their first dipping of their toes into the crypto market being Bitcoin, screw Bitcoin. You know, it's near the end of its adoption curve. Get into Drip. It has all the same things that Bitcoin has, plus a whole other, set of mechanics that are going to make it appreciate in price, and you're going to have more fun. You're going to get to interact with Faucet every day. You hold your own private keys. We're not out here getting rugged. We're not out here getting exploited. We've got the best dev in the business.
Absolutely.
I mean, talk about a fantastic newbie experience, right? Like this is the ideal product for newbies.
Yeah.
So I've been really trying to press that, and that's why I'm doing the 3 times a week AMAs, because I want to be like, I'm supposed to be the drip guide, right? So I might as well, fill the shoes of that role or that title, and just make myself available to answer any and all questions,
No, that's fantastic, man. I was in the beginning, I was kind of like that. But for me personally, I mean, again, we're different people, but for me personally, it just started to really wear me out. It did. You remember those times you'd message me 2, 3 in the morning and I'd still be awake.
Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah. And I
pretty much without exception.
Yes,
it's like,
exactly.
Wait a second, isn't it like 3 a.m. for you? You're like, yep.
Yeah, and I was still there, still doing it, whereas now I've just been able to take a step back and test it out and go, hey, okay, well, I'm still making money anyway. I don't literally have to be here all the time. I literally right now, I log on in the morning for an hour and I just roll all my stuff, all my accounts and everything like that, or do my claims, and then I switch off the computer and I go outside and I just do stuff outside. That's how it's been. But obviously I'm still doing my Alak-Azul project, so I still do that, but I switch off all my social media. I don't have any communication with anybody else except for my devs, and that's it. And in reality, it's allowing me to progress even further, because it allows me that particular time I focus just on that, but again,
it's kind of amazing
like an hour a day.
It's kind of amazing to get away from the computer screen once in a while, isn't it?
Oh, hell yeah.
No Telegram, no screens.
Bro, I turned on my Telegram today for the first time in like 6 weeks.
Oh wow. Well, now I
I
don't
have
feel so
like,
bad because I thought about you like maybe last
mm,
week, or I was like, I should reach out to Danny. I haven't even DM'd him. I want,
yeah,
and I keep I keep you in a special folder, of
yeah.
course, close friends or whatever on Telegram, and I check it every day, and I hadn't seen anything from you, but still, I was like,
Mm.
I felt like I was letting you down. Like, I hadn't reached
Oh
out to you
man,
forever.
you get that? I feel like that too. Because I do get people messaging me, and I'm like, oh, I really should be replying, but the thing is, once I start replying, then I'm just stuck there. I'm just stuck there for the whole time, the whole
Yeah.
day, and then it's gonna be next day, same thing again, and you know, I don't know. I'll probably get back to doing that again, but but for
I
now,
really like the
you know,
format that I'm doing now. I
mm,
love to be live. I love to interact with the chat and answer the
yep,
questions and everything else. In fact, I was going to get on here and clip out from one of my recent videos. I was going to clip out like a little 3-minute thing where somebody was
yep,
saying how, oh, well, drip, that's only for the whales. Only the whales are laughing all the way to Puerto Rico. So it was like a
uh,
little bit of a jab at me being a
yeah,
whale or whatever. And I just completely refuted that, and it was a lot of fun. And I think it'll make a nice little clip. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this format, and I
mm,
don't have to. I have all the admins in TDG, so they're
yep,
taking care of the chat and people coming in and asking questions and whatnot, and then I just get to focus on the YouTubes.
yep,
And I do get into the Team Drip Guide chat once in a while and answer questions or see what's going on. But yeah, I'm just loving it, and I'm kind of a little bit nose to the grindstone right now in terms of,
yep,
3 times a week is not easy.
yeah,
Um, but I keep it limited. At least I'm not streaming for 3 hours or 4 hours anymore. I'm streaming for 1 hour. Usually I go over like 5 minutes over or whatever, but I'm trying to keep it to 1 hour. And then I'm just, hammering it now because I
yep,
know in June when we go to London and all that, I'm not going to be streaming.
nah,
I'm going to have a hard enough time just logging in and doing my daily stuff.
yep,
And then the farm is coming back, so I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
so much work.
yeah. How is
It's so
that? I mean,
funny. It's
that's
like,
been.
damn, it's so much work making all this money.
That's exactly right. When they say it's passive income, that's where it's like, oh yeah,
No, no,
bullshit.
not so much passive. There,
It's not.
there is some strategy that goes into it. Like I was
Hell
thinking
yeah.
about that the other day too, and I just met somebody in the spa today, and I was telling him about drip, and I was like, the people that are going to gain the most are the people that are um, delaying their gratification, right? They're
Mm,
being patient and they're hodling, but you get paid to hodl, right?
yeah.
With faucet, you're getting paid every day. And so the people that are going to do the best are the ones that just like compound the crap out of that account, grow it
Yeah.
to a meaningful size, and then, a year, 2 years down the line, then they start hitting the claims. I know you don't do that. In fact, I
Yeah.
was just listening to you talk
Yeah.
about. I'm not. Did you get on one of these clones like
I did.
Splassive or something?
No, I did. I actually got into Splassive, and I'm also into Trunk and Stampede, right? But not in a big way. Not in a big way. I'm just
No, I mean,
just playing around with it. I mean, I looked at Splassive and I gone, okay, well, it's a fork, and if they have done it, um, use the actual code from Drip, okay, Drip has already proven itself to work. So
yes.
I question the sustainability. I did mention that. I question the
Mm,
sustainability being at 2%. But at the end of the day, if you only put in a little amount and you ROI quickly anyway, the rest is just play money. So, you know, if the price tanks, which it has, but that's due to an exploit, okay? But let's say you're in it for a year. If there hadn't been that exploit, you'll make your money back how many times over within the first 6 months? And even if the
yeah.
price tanks after that, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Who cares? It doesn't really matter. You know, as long as you got your money back, and then see what happens with it. Again, I don't think it's going to be sustainable long term. I don't believe it.
Yeah, there. I mean, you could even question Fawcett paying out a
Yeah.
1% per day is, and that. I mean, that's still a big question. This is another thing I've been saying a lot recently on my streams is even though the price has been crazy volatile,
Yep.
it's going up and to the right. You know,
Yep.
we launched at 7, we went to 10, we dropped to 2, we went to 58 or 59. You'll
Yeah.
always say
Yeah.
59. I'll always say
59.
58, 88. I know you, Danny. I know you.
Yeah.
But you know, every time, and then you know, dropped down to 684, and then went up to
Yep.
197 or whatever it was. What
Yep.
was the top, Danny? Because I'm sure
201.
you sold it right at the top.
201.
And you nailed it again, right? Not me, man. I think the best I got was I sold some at like 170 something. It's probably
Yeah.
the best I got.
Yeah. It went to 201.
Of course it did.
Yeah, it did.
On which decks?
Um, on the swap page.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
check that when it's time to do a claim?
At that particular time, I was. Now I don't really care. I just look at the amount of coin and that's it. I don't look at the value anymore.
Huh.
I just go, okay, well, there's enough there. Let me just take some out. You know, that's the way I look at it. But I don't.
You
I
don't
don't
worry
look-
if you don't worry about maybe there's a price that's higher on Pancake Swap versus.
Not really. No.
I mean, lately it's gone back to normal, which is usually the Pancake Swap price is a bit lower, but
Yeah. But no, I
anyway.
don't, man. I just, again, I'm in this just to like cruise along and chill and enjoy my life and,
Yeah.
okay, make a few extra dollars here and there. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm already in a position that those few little extra dollars doesn't make much of a difference to me.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure.
So,
And it's interesting that, like, I could imagine somebody watching this might be a little bit like, oh man, look at these dudes, they're making so much money. And same thing with that comment, about, oh, well, this is only for the whales and only the whales are laughing all the way to Puerto Rico. And I've been thinking about that a lot too. And you really have to think in terms of what Bitcoin did. I love bringing up the Bitcoin example because there were people, myself included, although I lost access to all of my Bitcoin when Mount Gox got hacked, but I digress. There were people that bought Bitcoin for $1 or $10 or even $100, and then they held, and then years later they sold for 10,000 or 30,000 or 20, whatever. And they made a massive gain. They made tons of money.
Yep.
They didn't take that money from anybody. Everybody had the same opportunity, but they took the risk early on. They got involved early. And so did you with Drip. And so did I with Drip. We got involved early. We worked our asses off on YouTube promoting the hell out of it, right?
Yep.
And
That's right.
and now we're benefiting not off the backs of somebody. Like I always, I still do day trading because I like to have it as sort of a secondary back burner type of like income source, just in case something goes horribly wrong with everything in crypto. But with trading, you're literally, if you're consistently profitable, you're literally taking money from other traders. Like other people have to lose in order for you to win consistently. And that kind of sucks for humanity, right? But with crypto, what's happening is all of this capital is flowing from the toxic, grotesque, scam, fiat currency, debt-based bullshit into crypto. Like not everything is coming into Drip, obviously, but some of it is. And so the people that get in early, and I still think today is early, right?
Yeah, so do I.
They benefit as this adoption wave just tidal waves over us.
Yep.
It's not, I think it's virtuous, or it's not virtuous. It's not like scamming, or, oh, you made a bunch of money on the backs of other people. You made a bunch of money because, you scammed or whatever like that. It's a legitimate thing. You just happen to be early and you rode that wave, and that wave is still happening, especially with Drip.
Absolutely.
Drip is so young.
Well, bro, I'll tell you, I actually revisited my flow the other day, which I left for like a month or something. But the reality is, even with flow, and it's it's got a lot of bad press about flow. Everyone knows that all the bad shit that happened with it. But I was in early, and it doesn't matter what the price is now. I can tell you straight out that flow alone is enough to pay my bills,
Nice.
right?
Even now.
And even now, even at the
Even
price
with
that,
your octopus house.
it is, right? I mean, I'm talking my basic bills. It doesn't leave much after that, but still, if I let's say for example, it's never going to happen, but let's just say for example that overnight drip disappeared. Okay, let's just say
Right.
I'm not going to be out on the street,
Right.
right? Because I still have these other things that are generating income for me, and it's just it covers my bills. I'm not going to go hungry,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing about diversifying. And this
Definitely.
is why I put a little bit into Splassive, I put a little bit into Trunk Stampede. It's just one of those things. Why not? You know what I mean? If you have the money to be able to put in, I'm talking about a few $100. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about thousands. A few
Sure.
$100, even a few $100 at 2% per day for the first 6 months, you've made money, regardless. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's just again,
Yeah.
but that's just my own opinion. But
I mean, of course, I don't wish exploits
yeah,
and what's the other, rugs. I don't wish that on anybody, but I have to admit it's pretty convenient for Drip to be like the Silver City on a
absolutely.
hill, just holding strong while all of these
Yeah.
other products just crumble into the sea.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, drip is king, and it just goes to show like how good forex is. So it's just amazing, and drip will still always be my number one play,
Oh
always,
yeah.
always.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I'm
without question.
super. I'm a huge fan of Animal Farm, as you know.
Yep, yep,
But I still tell, like, I get the kinds of questions all the time where it's like, oh, well, if you have $3,000 to invest, what would you do, or whatever. And of
yeah,
course, I'm like, oh, I can't give financial advice, but I always say that if I was starting all over again, right
yeah,
today, like just completely fresh, of course I would have a big drip position.
mm,
You know, that the faucet is just fantastic. It's just going
yep,
to keep going over the years. It can't help but keep growing in the user
yeah,
base. And that's the whole thing with crypto. You need more users. And then
mm-hmm,
people will say, well, um, it's a Ponzi or it's a pyramid because you need new capital to come in. Well, of course you need new capital
yeah.
for the market to stay afloat. But the same thing can be said for pretty much any financial product, Bitcoin
Any
included,
business,
or business.
any,
The reason the Bitcoin price kept going up is because
mm,
more people came in. More people came
yep,
in, and we're not running short on people,
yeah,
especially in the crypto space. We still have just a tiny, tiny portion of the whole global
yeah,
finance marketplace.
yeah. Absolutely.
So I do my best to try to help people to understand that it is virtuous. It's not sketchy. It's not scammy. The reason we make money in crypto is because of user adoption. And you can't do much better than Faucet at or as a way to increase user adoption. We've got the referral
Yeah,
reward system that just naturally makes the product grow and the users come in
mm-hmm,
and people enjoy their experience with Drip and Faucet. And so
yeah,
it's not like you're trying to sell your brother some stupid product that he doesn't really need, but you're just like,
Yeah.
come on, dude, I want to get a commission on this sale. Please buy this thing. No, it's more like, holy crap, this is really cool. I'm enjoying this. I'm making money. This product is stable. It's been going over a year now,
Yep.
right?
That's it.
Look at you guys. You guys got me all hot and bothered about drip again.
That's what we do.
It doesn't take much, man. It doesn't take much.
No, man. It doesn't.
I've been networking a lot right here in Puerto Rico. They have
Sweet.
a bunch of meetups around here, but I've gone
Yep.
to Crypto Mondays, San Juan, which is a pretty big, very big, sort of influential, big players in the crypto space. Sort of a meetup, and that's a live meetup on Mondays, obviously.
Yep.
200 and 250 people that show up for these pretty much every week.
Wow.
So I've been enjoying going to that, sort of networking, meeting different people and stuff like that. There's another one, FinTech PR, that I went to, and both of these meetups, they always have a guest, and I've been really interested in being a guest myself.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more intimidating to be in front of a live crowd instead
You
of
can
right
do
here
it,
on YouTube.
mate.
It's a bit easier. But I've been really interested. The thing is like I'd have to talk about drip without shilling drip, which would be hard for me to do because I think it's such a fantastic coin,
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just have to think about it more, I guess. But it's great down here. They call it Crypto Rico. There's so much crypto around here. I went to this spa, and I was hanging out in the steam room. And these two other dudes came in. We were all in the steam room, and then they got to talking, and I started talking with them. And sure enough, they're in freaking crypto. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't get away from it down here.
Man, I want to come and visit you. I will. Sometime soon, I'll come and visit you. But
if you want to stay at a really nice hotel, El San Juan.
Okay.
Nice hotel.
El
right
San
down
Juan.
the street.
I'll have to look up that.
Which way? Yep, right that way.
I'll
You
have
can
to
see-
look into that one.
You can see
Yeah.
the lights
Yeah.
back there. There's like a peninsula that goes out
Wow.
right there. Because the beach is kind of like a curve. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a curve shape, a couple miles long. Pretty neat.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Man, living the life, brother. Living
I love
the
it
life.
here. I went to kind of an area of like downtown San Juan. It's called Condado.
Okay.
And I parked there. I found it kind of sucks driving around here. Okay, there's potholes that will eat your freaking car alive. I'm not joking. I can go on the highway. The highway has potholes that are like that deep.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are just like manhole covers, but for
Yeah.
whatever reason, the road surface is here and the manhole cover is down here. So there's this like, huge opening. It's
Isn't
That's
Manila
what
like
like
that?
here too, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say.
yeah, but
Our roads
over
are
there,
rainbows
you're,
over in the
you're
Philippines.
riding the trikes and the motorbikes and all that, and
Yeah.
what are those buses that are like open air?
Jeepneys.
The
Jeepneys.
jeepneys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't
Those
have to
things are
deal with
amazing.
that too much. But anyway, I found a parking spot, and then I just walked to the spa, and I was just feeling the air temperature, and it could not have been more perfect. It was just
Yeah.
like the perfect temperature. There was a light breeze. It was just like, frick, this place is paradise. I can't believe there's not more people here because
Yeah.
it's a fantastic climate, and this is the only place for U.S. citizens to,
Yep.
avoid income taxes.
It's a U.S.
phenomenal.
territory, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or something like that.
It's a commonwealth, and I
okay.
asked somebody what that means, and they said that the U.S. kicked their asses or something. I don't know, but they have their own government, Puerto Rican government, and they make their own rules, stuff like that. So
Yeah. Okay, Bob. Don't know what they don't know. You guys lead and teach by example just by showing the positive results of investing in drip ecosystem. Proof is in the pudding. Happy birthday. Thanks, Bob. And great to see you there again, man.
Hey,
Um,
Bob.
yeah. um, yeah, I guess that's really why I come on here. I come on here just, well, so people know that we're not just talking shit.
Mm.
And just that normal everyday people can make it happen in crypto. You know, that's the reality. I'm nothing special, man. Sure, okay, I'm a dev as well. I'm developing my own projects as well. Okay, but essentially, I'm just a person. I'm just a person that had to start from somewhere and do my own research and work things out. I don't have like college degrees in crypto, if that's even a thing, right? I don't have any of that. Um, and this is why, Brandon, I always try to keep things really simple when
Yeah.
it's my turn to speak. I do. And um,
When I'm not monopolizing the conversation, then.
no, not at all. No, no, bro. No, it's always great value having you on there because I think it's really important as well that you cover technical aspects of things. So then we reach that whole broader market because there are people out there that want to know all the technicals about things, right? And you fill that role like amazing, man. No one can do it like you.
Thank you.
So we value you, definitely value you.
I think this is like right now, I feel like this is kind of the sweet spot for drip because
Mm,
we've got a year under our belt, just over a year under our belt. So we're like proven, these
yeah.
contracts are solid, perfect, flawless operation. It's not
Yep.
going anywhere. Yeah, the price has been volatile, but it's been making higher lows and higher highs. And it's volatile because it's crypto. I mean, hello, that's just the most volatile market on earth.
Yep.
So everything is solid and proven, but we're still young. We're still early. We're
Absolutely.
still only at the beginning of our mass adoption curve. And the way Forex does, one of the best things about Forex is, as you guys know, he develops everything around drip,
Yep.
everything new. And he not only does he, design everything to benefit and trickle back to drip, but he innovates left and right.
Yep.
These new scratcher tickets are going to
Yep.
be phenomenal, and this is brand new. And decentralized ownership in a yield farm, brand new, and
Yep.
dynamically controlled emission.
Mm.
Algorithmically controlled emissions for a reward token, brand new innovation. This guy is just coming up with great, innovative new products and funneling
Yep.
everything back to drip. So this is the sweet spot. You're early, but you're getting into something that's proven,
Yep.
and just jump in and hang on for the ride.
Absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree. Again, we're still here a year later. I mean, I got in on day one, still here. It's proven it works. Again, I'll mention that other program that I was in before with Flow. That was shit, but it's still paying out. What more with Drip, right?
Right.
Drip being so solid, what more? It, it is. It's early days. There's so much more to come. And, if you're not already in it, hey, man, get in it. Get in it. Don't sell your house to get into it, but, you know,
No,
just do
take
it.
advantage of asymmetric risk versus reward, which means only risk a little bit,
Yeah,
you know.
that's it.
But that being said, the more you risk, the quicker you have a potential of just completely changing your life. Like I
Yes.
risked 22 grand,
Yeah. Yeah.
last I got in May 29th or May 21st, so it was day 29,
Yeah.
and I only started with $1,000,
Yeah.
but then I put in three more, and then I ROI'd on that, and then I put in 22 grand in the course of a few weeks, which
Yeah.
was a lot for me. But you know, I felt like this is a solid product. This thing
Mm.
has appeal. people are going to be interested in this. This is a safe thing, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't a centralized program where you know where you have to deposit your money with a company and you hope that they
Yeah.
don't run away with your funds. No, this is decentralized.
Yep.
This is you and the software. This is software installed on the blockchain. It couldn't be, well, I mean, I was going to say it couldn't be safer. That's not really accurate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crypto, so
Yeah. There's
but
always
now that
risks.
we've got a year, it's dang solid. You know, so
Yeah. That's it.
so if you go a little harder at the beginning, then you know you probably have a really good chance of completely changing your life. You know, quit your
Absolutely.
job, move to Puerto Rico.
That's it.
Or move to El
Exactly
Salvador.
right. So this is, I mean, this has been brought up a few times here. We can easily attain a stable drip price by strengthening reservoir deposit. Yes, yes, we can. But I mean, you've got 100,000 people, and how many of them are willing to do that? So you know,
We'll
and at the
probably
end of the
see
day,
quite a lot more
you'll-
people, though, I think, dropping into the reservoir over this year anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with Crypto
Vonix,
Vonix.
yeah.
I love the reservoir product. I just
Yeah.
put for Drip's birthday. I just put another 4.22, you know,
Yeah.
422
Yeah.
BNB into reservoir. That thing's just paying out, you know, and
Yeah.
that's super low risk. Like I think Drip and Faucet is low risk, but compared to Faucet, reservoir is even lower on the risk, you know, the risk
Yeah.
appetite.
You can take it
And
out.
that thing's paying, you know, 100% a year.
Yeah.
Where else can you find that?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not really flashy, but on the other hand, if you're somebody that already has a big, you know, you're already wealthy, for example, you could put 100K in it and double your
Yeah.
money basically every year, and that's just the dang rewards. So
That's it. Exactly. We'll pop up a few of these things from Bob. Noobs, I started at 25 drip 5 months ago.
nice.
And yeah, isn't that beautiful? I'm taking some profits for a cruise to Europe in 2 months, and I'm back on the daily hydrating plans.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful, man. That's awesome, Bob. Super, super. You know, happy. I remember speaking with you way back then as well. You know, that's awesome. Invested 700 back then, paying for a cruise 4 times that value from drip, doing nothing but compounding the garden piggy bank.
Yep.
Once it starts
And
back
he
up.
doesn't even have to claim every day to get that.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So, yeah. Hang on. That's
Stop spamming the chat, Bob.
Life changing.
You know, I'm just kidding.
Road to time and financial freedom. Yes, absolutely. Totally agree. So, yeah, I mean, it is. It's life changing. All three of us sitting here on this stream right now, it's changed our lives. We don't have to work anymore. You know, I remember Daffy came in June. He came in June, you know, and then retired.
Wow.
What, February 26th?
25th.
25th, February 25th.
Nice. That's
Of this
you
year.
and I have almost the exact same. I started a month earlier and retired a month earlier.
Well, the thing is, you invested a lot into drip, and you got to where you're at really early on. But I only invested about maybe 1,416, if my calculations are correct, and that's when it was at a low price.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
it was at $3 and
$3.28.
$9 and $10, and then it
You
went
got
up
in
to
at
20.
$3.28 because I helped you
Yeah.
push it through at that time.
Beautiful. Yep. That's
I was just like, yeah,
fantastic.
sure, let's do it. I didn't even question Danny. As soon as he sent me that message, I was just like, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do it now.
Yeah. Hey, Bob. Yeah, man, Bob, you're welcome anytime. You know that you're welcome. You can send me a message and I'll send you links anytime you want to get on. So, hey, how's Kelly, Brandon? I haven't spoken with Kelly in ages as well.
I have not. I haven't spoken with her too much either.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And she moved over to Australia, do you know?
New Zealand, I think she was moving to.
New Zealand. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
she
but
did.
then she was also in either UK or Europe for a bit. Also, I think UK.
Yeah, I remember her being in the UK. Yeah, I remember that. So
I
don't know,
think
I'll have to
that
try to touch
she's-
base.
I don't know, but I believe she's been kind of busy with her whole music thing.
The Mimu gloves, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but again, that just goes to show it's nice to be able to do these things. I'm sure she's still making money on drip, and the
Oh
other
yeah,
things that she's doing. But I
she's
noticed that
making
because
tons of
you've
money.
got the Drip Network Live TG that we have there, and I logged into there, and like normally I can see, oh, this person's online, and no one was online. So
No, Telegram has been really slow lately, especially like today and yesterday.
yeah,
Just the farm is still paused. The pigs and dogs tokens are still paused.
yeah,
Um, so I don't know. It's been like that for a while, and everything is kind of slowed down.
but that's
But
okay.
yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed this little vacation from the farming.
Yeah. um, well, as you've mentioned before, when it's quiet, no one's around. When things are down, no one's around. When it starts to pump, everyone's just FOMOing and wanting to get in, you know.
Yeah, I
And
love
then,
that meme that it shows two lines, two Qs, right? And it says
yeah,
drip 190, and there's a huge long line, and then it says drip $35, and there's like one person at the desk.
yeah.
Like it's human nature to get excited when the price is at all-time highs and
Yeah.
buy, and then it pulls back and no one's
Um,
around.
that's it. I mean, I look at this. I just opened my Telegram today. I'm no longer active at all in the main drip chat.
Oh God.
Drip, nah, never. And I'm looking at it. It's got 79,000 messages or something since the last time I logged in. Even the Drip Philippines one. Drip Philippines was like at 900 or something messages since the last time I logged in.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, it's I just I'm enjoying just being away from it, man. I really
Well,
am.
you have to just as a human, you got to pull back sometimes
You
and
do.
deal with other things in life. For me, unfortunately, like when I'm not working on YouTube or drip related stuff, I'm still trying to organize all of my data for my tax returns. Oh
Oh
Lord,
man, I'm
I've
gonna have
had
to.
to. I've just had a hell of a time with the software tax bit and trying to get transaction data from exchanges that won't let me log in anymore or they don't exist
Oh,
anymore. Oh man, it's crazy.
that's a common message I get. Right. Um, even today when I opened up Telegram, bro, how do I make my tax disappear?
Do you guys have to
You,
deal with that in Philippines?
yeah, you do. But
I'm in
my
Ireland.
status, again, I probably shouldn't be saying this on live, but my status is quite different because one, um, I'm not a Filipino citizen,
Oh, right,
right?
right,
I'm only a resident here, so
right.
um, and technically, I'm not operating in the Philippines, right? My tax is probably more Australia than anything
Well,
else.
and Australia, unlike the US and unlike pretty much
Mm,
every other, well, the US is like one of the only countries in the whole world where they tax their citizens no matter where in the world they
yeah.
go, unless they come here to Puerto Rico. But Australia isn't like that. If you live in a different country, Australia is not going to be asking
you're
you for
still
your
you're
taxes.
still supposed to submit something, right?
Oh, but you just let them know, hey, I'm a
Yeah,
resident of Philippines.
yeah, yeah. That's there's ways around it anyway, and legitimately ways around the tax. Okay, I'm not going to expand on that any further, but there's
Yeah,
legit ways of doing it. So
I don't even
you know,
want to know. And I have to. I've hired these accountants and lawyers and stuff to handle everything down here
yeah,
for me, but it's only as good as the data that I provide, and I still have to be the one that provides all the data. So
Hey,
that's
in
just
Puerto
Yeah,
Rico,
that
to be a resident in Puerto Rico, you've got to be a U.S. citizen. Is that right?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you have I don't have to show a passport when I come here
Yeah.
because it's Commonwealth of the United States. So it kind of is the United States.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you can't just live here. You would have to get U.S. citizenship.
Okay. Um, I wonder if my wife would let me marry somebody else. Only joking. Here's a good point from Bob again. Let me just bring this up. Okay, what are you guys' thoughts on the way the relaunch went down last week and the UI oversight, etc.? A bunch of FUD in the TG chats, and of course, it affects overall perception and mood. Firstly, FUD is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. It doesn't matter whether things are going good or going bad or whatever. There's always going to be FUD, and just don't buy into the FUD. My own personal opinion. In regards to the relaunch, don't know. I haven't been on here, so Brandon's obviously been around. Is your comment
Yeah.
on that?
So sure. Yeah. So one thing that happened that's completely out of our control, out of Forex's control, is PancakeSwap changed the
Yes.
way they do yield farming. And
Yeah.
so a major source of income for Animal Farm is to take all of those non-core assets, those LP tokens,
Yeah.
to take those on the back end and stake them on PancakeSwap. And
Yeah.
he calls that yield rehypothecation because people stake their assets on Animal Farm to earn a
Yeah.
yield, and then on under the scenes, under the hood, the contracts take those assets and take them over to PancakeSwap and earn additional yield over there.
Yep.
So when PancakeSwap, and they literally just announced this on the same day, on the 21st, they like hours before,
Yeah.
not even hours, like an hour before Forex was planning to get on the AMA. And I saw this in the Reap DAO. He's like, guys, PancakeSwap just tweeted this out. They
Yeah.
just changed the way this works. So if we had fired everything back up,
Mm.
the Animal Farm would have been without a whole source of income, which is no good. We want that
Yeah.
yield rehypothecation. That's an extra, 30 to 40% APY.
Yeah.
And so we have to be paused further so that Forex can do the work,
Yeah.
which is not a lot of work. It's not going to take a month again.
Yeah.
It's going to take a lot less than that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's not going to be, 6 weeks like we had the last time. But it's important that he's going to just migrate the contracts over. And this is what they call the master chef contract. So the master chef contract is what controls all the non-core farms. So it's what you deposit your LP tokens into or stake your LP tokens into. And it's the contract that pays out dogs. And it's also the contract that does that yield rehypothecation. So they have to migrate that master chef contract so that it'll work with the new flavor of yield farming that's now on PancakeSwap. Okay.
Yeah.
So completely out of Forex's control. We
Yeah.
can't FUD that at all. It's just like it just happened. And it's kind of like a blessing in disguise because imagine if we had fired everything back up on Thursday and then PancakeSwap did this next week. Then we'd be
Yeah.
screwed and we would just have no choice but to just lose that whole additional income source for Animal Farm. That's no good.
I still get the notifications on Telegram, but again, I don't open them up because as soon as I open it up, I'm on Telegram and I get all the million messages.
Can of worms.
Yeah, but I did see Forex's post regarding that, and I think the main effect there was the dogs and the dogs contract.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah. So yeah,
It's
that's all I can
it's the
really.
not what they call the non-core farms,
Yeah.
because there's a different master chef contract that takes care of the core farms, because those
Yeah.
pay out pigs, right?
Yeah.
And those assets are not being rehypothecated on
Yeah.
PancakeSwap, because PancakeSwap doesn't care about, you know, uh, drip BUSD
Yeah.
or dogs BUSD.
Yeah.
You know, they want the wrapped ETH and the USDT, USDC, you know, those kinds of LP tokens.
Yeah.
Those can be shipped over to PancakeSwap.
Yeah.
Um, so I believe what's going to be happening early next week, don't quote me on this, but I
Yeah.
believe that he's going to go ahead and open up, unpause the new version 2 of Pigs token,
Yeah.
and launch the version 2 of Piggy Bank. So we
Yeah.
will have Piggy Bank to play with.
That's what I'm
Um,
excited for.
And what's but Animal Farm will have to remain. So you can't really pause a yield farm contract. You can only pause the tokens underneath the
Yeah.
contract. And so that's what happened when he paused pigs, and then pigs and dogs go together. So he had to also pause dogs, which I guess I'm a little bit confused about, because the plan is to open up Pigs V2, open up Piggy Bank, but the Animal Farm will remain essentially paused.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite clear on exactly how that works, but the key for this is, since the farm won't be in action, Pigs tokens will not be minting. So normally when everything's running, people stake their core assets and they earn pigs. That
Yeah.
means pigs tokens are continuously, every block, more tokens are minted into existence.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the pigs token, the new one, we're going to have Piggy Bank, but no Animal Farm, no minting. So at this point when this happens, the pigs token will be deflationary
Yeah.
for that period of time until he gets the farm reopened. Okay, so it'll be a limited time. For a limited time, pigs will be deflationary. Why is it deflationary? Is because there is a 3% tax whenever somebody sells pigs tokens.
Yeah.
So nothing is minting, but tokens are being burned. That means deflationary.
Yeah.
So that makes the pigs token even more financially attractive, even above and beyond the fact that Piggy Bank is probably the most popular product that Forex has ever launched.
Yeah.
You know, with Drip Garden, we never hit 1 million tokens. We after like a few weeks, we got up to like 814,000 tokens in
Yeah.
the contract, and then it dropped back down over the last few months to 560 or something.
Yeah.
Piggy Bank had 1 million tokens on like day 2.
Yeah.
And those tokens are more valuable. The pigs BUSD
Yeah.
LP tokens are actually a lot more valuable than the dogs BUSD that you use with Garden. So that just speaks to the fact that Piggy Bank was tremendously appealing. You know, talk about product market fit.
Yeah.
It just ramped right up to above 1 million tokens like in 2 days. So you have a very popular product, a very popular use case for the pigs token, and you have a deflationary token for a limited time. And you have a bonus, you know?
Yeah.
I'm shilling the hell out of this thing right now, right? The first 48 hours, once Piggy Bank goes live, for the first 48 hours, you put new capital in there, you get a 15 or 20% bonus,
Yep.
more piglets.
Yep. I'm excited for it.
Buy.
Definitely something I'm going into. But again, when I go in, I don't ape in on anything, so it's just the way it is for me. But I'm definitely looking forward to that one. So I'll just bring this up while we're just on that topic. Okay, Forex was blindsided by his new supposed partners, PSC. Yeah, it is what it is. Nothing that we can do about it. Nothing that he can do about it. It's just the way that it is.
No, and he even mentioned in the Dow how he said something like, this is why I hate Pancake Swap, because
Yeah.
they were he knew that it would eventually happen, but there was no timeline. There was no like warning. They just boom. They just announced, hey, no more,
Yeah.
no more yield farming for a cake.
Yeah.
On the older version.
Well, they're that big, you know. They're that big. They can do what they want. So it's just the way it is. So
They aren't decentrally owned, are they?
yeah, that's right.
Pancake Swap is owned by the devs. Animal Farm is owned by the people.
Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing within the Drip Network ecosystem, we're doing crypto right in every freaking way. You know, decentralized ownership for the yield farm. Deflationary daily ROI contract. Everything is decentralized. It's a smart contract. There's no counterparty risk. You know, you hold your own private keys. We have a referral system that helps with user growth. We have a mechanism where tokens are being removed from circulating supply every day.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't win any harder.
Yeah. Exciting. I'm still bullish. You know, that's just the way it is. You know, even the price is down like 88% or something. Who cares? Still early days. We're still moving ahead. We're still making money. Nothing to stress about. I don't have to analyze shit. Just
Yeah, I remember when I first got into Drip and I was buying tokens for between $2 and $3. I got some tokens. My first tokens I paid like $2.85 something.
yeah.
And then later I bought a bunch for $3.65. But regardless, I remember my mindset in those days was as follows: please let the price hold up so I can ROI. I just want, you know, I just want the price to stay here or not. Just don't let it. We used to have talks about in the early days. Nobody had a spreadsheet, right? So there was a guy named SK that was trying to make a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a spreadsheet, and my first attempt
Yeah.
at it was completely wrong because I didn't understand how the system worked yet. But I remember in those days, there was a common thing where people would say, well, it's $3 right now, but if you hydrate every day for a year, and even if the price goes down to a quarter, you're still in good shape. And here's how much money. And I remember thinking, oh man, I just hope it doesn't go down to a quarter. I hope it doesn't go down to a quarter. So then when the price started going up in July, I was like, my mind was just completely blown. I'm like, wait a second. I've like doubled my faucet accounts because I've been hydrating and the freaking token is going up in price. Have I won the lottery or what? It was crazy.
Oh man, I remember that time we had that big whale just come underneath you. The first time you had like a really big whale. I'm like, geez, you literally won the lottery that day.
Yeah, I still have that video posted on my channel, the mega whale.
Yeah.
And that was when the referral rewards were
Yeah.
extra juicy. I mean, I would have gotten the 10% referral reward anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
If he did. Sometimes people will do like a little tiny deposit because they just want to make sure they're doing it right and everything works properly. And so then the buddy gets like that little tiny bonus, and then they do the big one, and the upline gets it.
Yeah.
But in those days, it wasn't like that, so.
Yeah, that's right. So, but even till now, bro, I rarely even think about the rewards anymore. I just it's just whatever my accounts are doing, and
I don't even
that's
sign
really
up
it.
people under my address anymore. I
No,
just give all the referrals to my admins.
yeah, it's like that when people go, oh, I want to create this other account and blah blah. Put it wherever you want to put it. You don't have to go under me. I,
Yeah.
you know, I
I
don't care
I talk to
anymore.
people in real life all the time, and of course, I want to tell them about Drip just because I believe in the product,
Yeah,
I
for
believe in the
sure.
token, I think it's fantastic. But I can't avoid coming off as like I'm shilling, I'm
Yeah.
shilling this token, and I always feel like, please believe me when I say this. I don't need your referrals.
Yeah.
Of course, join Team Drip Guide. We have the best, the
Yeah.
best team. We have the best
Mm.
chat group. Whatever, we can help you. We can guide you. We can answer all your questions and all that stuff. So it's a great team. We do the Sunday random airdrops. You'll like that. It's fun. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I really don't need any more referral rewards. I'm so good. I'm just
Yeah.
completely good. Don't worry about that. I'm only trying to tell
Same.
you about this because I think everybody needs to be in this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's it.
I'm so good.
Exactly right.
Don't worry about the referral rewards. That's why I don't that's why I literally love this arrangement that I have with my team.
Yeah.
They're doing all the hard work. They're staffing the chat
Yeah.
24/7 pretty much. And they are building their own teams. I put their addresses under all of my videos.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, I'm looking at it right now. I have this roster where I just go through one by one,
Yeah.
and I use their addresses and I post them under the videos. And then I have
Sweet.
my most popular video is the tutorial, and
Yeah.
I go through that like every couple of days, and I put somebody else's address and somebody else's, and
Sweet.
that's where most of the referrals come from for a drip
Yeah.
guide. But
But even with that, like, you know, whenever I talk to someone new about it, and they talk about like the team building and stuff like that. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you don't really have to. If you're coming in with only a small amount of money, like especially over here, you're better off not spending that money on Breep just so you can get rewards. You're just better off just putting that straight into your account as drip to begin with. Later on, you can think about, building your teams or whatever, but just get yourself in a better position. And, unfortunately, a lot of people, too many people are focused on that, building teams. Again, it's a great thing. It's a great thing, don't get me wrong. But I think the focus should be more on just themselves, building their position and putting them into a better position to be able to generate money for themselves. It's not so much that, I mean, I don't even know what the price of Breep is now today, but I'm
Over
pretty sure it's still
$100.
up in the hundreds.
Mhm.
yeah, well, I was just you got me curious about that. So I was just looking at it. It's about 150
Yeah.
bucks.
$150. See, $150. So that's an additional what? 5 drip. So that's 5 drip that'll help you. I'm talking about like over here where people can't afford to
Yeah,
go and
that's a
buy
lot of
10,
money
20,
over there.
30, 50. So yeah, I mean, for someone to come to get in it from over here in the Philippines, I mean, that's 5 drip.
I
And
just
5 to 10 drip can actually change your life over here.
I did a little thing for on Friday's show for Drip's birthday last night,
Yeah.
and there was a little bit of squabbling about the way I did, because it was like a contest, like post
Okay.
your address in the chat, say happy birthday Drip or whatever. But my intention was to have it only during the live stream because I wanted to drive some more traffic to my
Okay. Yeah.
YouTube live streams. But I failed to mention that explicitly at the beginning. Anyway, there was some squabbling about airdrops and who got on the list and who didn't and stuff like that. And somebody posted in our chat, there it is, drip test. So I just want to read this. I thought this was fantastic. So this guy said, I do not have any social media apart from Telegram, and I have organically grown my team to 14 people by word of mouth within the past 2 months.
Yeah.
The combined total of drip on my downline is over 500 drip. I also literally know each of my team members personally and have their contact information and answer all their questions. I have never received an airdrop. This is somebody on my team, and
Yeah.
I do the Sunday random airdrops.
Yeah.
I do 25 airdrops, and this
Yeah.
guy never got one. Lots of people
Yeah.
never got one because you didn't
Yeah.
come up on the random choice.
Yeah.
I have never received an airdrop either by being a random winner, nor have I won any competitions. I am just quietly growing and hydrating on my own.
Yes.
I have never placed my success on someone else's ability to airdrop.
Yep.
I say all that to say I am taking full responsibility of my own drip journey and not basing it on a chance that I can win a random airdrop.
That's
And then he
beautiful.
went
Well
on to
said.
say some really
Yep.
nice things about
Definitely well said.
Team Drip Guide, and he actually personally said some stuff about me, thanking me for showing him the way. And he said this: give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man
Yeah.
to fish, and you will feed him for he will feed you will
Feed him for a
you
lifetime.
feed him for a lifetime. Thanks, Brandon, for teaching me the way. So I thought that was
That's
fantastic.
awesome, man. That is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that mentality, and
Yep.
you guys know I do the airdrops. It's
Yeah.
fun. I like to give back to the team, but I love that mentality of like, this is my journey, this is my account, this is my
Yeah.
future, and that ties in
Absolutely.
with the ability to be patient and delay your gratification and build that account bigger instead
Yeah.
of like taking profits. And yeah, one of the people, like, I just couldn't believe this. I checked the NDV just as a
Yeah.
habit whenever I'm doing airdrops, just to see, okay, where, because sometimes it's fun. Sometimes they have like a deposit of like 5 drip, and I'm going to
Yeah.
give them 4 drip. They're like,
Yeah.
that's kind of fun. So
Yeah.
this one dude had like negative NDV. He was like minus
Yeah.
700 something. I'm like, dude, you're not
Wow.
doing it right. His deposit was it was pretty big. I think it was like
Yeah.
1,800 drip,
Yeah.
but his claims were already 3,000.
Oh shit.
So he's getting close to his max payout.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, that's not how this works. You're
Yeah.
not doing it right. I'm sure he's making money. He's making money, but he's
But
not
for
going to
how
make.
long?
He could make, not that long. His
Yeah.
faucet is going to turn off. That's
Exactly.
not. I don't know. It was just kind of astonishing to me that somebody would manage their account. I mean, it's nice that people get that choice. I'm all about freedom of choice,
Yeah.
and you can manage your account however you want to manage it. But dude, you don't really understand how this all
Actually,
works.
I was actually asked that question this morning by somebody, and they asked me, like, how's your net deposit value on your accounts, And I'll go, well, I'm positive on every account, every single account I have, and I've got quite a few. Right?
Are you?
Yeah, and I'm positive on every single one. But I'm claiming, I'm living on it, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of balancing. I mean, that's the advantage of having numerous accounts as well, because you can take some from here, take some from there, etc., instead of like draining out an account. But yeah, I'm positive on every single account. Not even close to being negative on any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
literally, if you balance it, like you said, and
Yeah.
if you just like alternate every other day, you're gonna stay positive.
Yeah, that's it. Even there's some accounts that I do airdrop from. Okay, I don't.
That helps
airdrop
too.
all the time.
That
It
increases your
does.
NDV too.
Yeah, but then again, with the airdrops, I balance that out as well. And sometimes I airdrop not within that direct line of people. I'll airdrop elsewhere on another leg, from this particular leg. But again, it's not hurting me in any way.
No,
I'm
in
not
fact,
negative in any way.
when you send airdrops, that actually increases your NDV.
Yeah, That's right. But
regardless of who's receiving it.
yeah, but you know, I'm not big on airdrops. You know this from day one. Well, we spoke about it, but I do airdrop.
Yeah.
But you know, I look at some of my stuff and I go, oh shit, I've actually airdropped like 50% of the value of this account.
Nice.
Right? You know, I didn't even realize I did that. It's just
I haven't looked at mine. I have like the one big account that I do all my airdrops from. I haven't looked at the ratio, but it's going to be pretty large.
Yeah, you know, like some people say, oh, this guy doesn't do airdrops because they've never received an airdrop. Well, go and look at my account if you want to. You'll see. Because even it surprised me. I'm going, I haven't really airdropped from this account, but then I look and I go, oh shit, it has airdropped quite a bit. You know.
And if you have a large downline, you know, your referral rewards will also add to your NDV.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
exactly.
And you can, I mean, if it's big enough and the deposits below you are big enough, you know, of course it goes by the round robin, so you're not going to be getting every reward. But if everything is big enough on your downline, it can actually replace daily hydrating, you know?
Yeah.
So one of my accounts is kind of like that because I just let it go. I just kept getting referrals and I never changed and made a new account. That's my F18 account. It's got like 600 and something directs and gosh, I don't know, a couple thousand indirects.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Some people will come into it and they go, yeah, but you've got so many directs, you've got such a big downline and stuff, and that's why you're making money. You don't need that to make money. You literally don't need that to make money, and it's not actually making you more money, it's just getting you there faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the reality of it. It's just getting you there faster.
It shortens your timeline. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So,
but anybody else would be able to get there as well. Just take them a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's around.
Lucky's.
Hey, Lucky. Well, if somebody started off with 5 drip, they'll hit their maximum payout if they were to hold it in about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
You know,
if they start,
everybody reaches the same. Everybody reaches the same goal at the end of the day.
Yeah, if they're just compounding.
Yeah.
But generally, someone that was going to start off with just 5 drip, chances are they're going to be wanting to take profits along the way, because
for sure,
and that's why they only started off with 5, right?
Well, there's definitely something to be said for sort of, you know, taking some chips off the table every once in a while, just to remove that risk. Although at this point we're so well proven, we're so solid that, you know, and that's the beauty of the game theory as well, because you could have that mindset where, okay, I need to take some off the table and reduce the risk, which I applaud that. But you could also be of the mindset that, no, I'm just going to compound this sucker for a year straight, and then I'll be sitting really pretty, you know. And either way is awesome. Like,
look what you have around you. You've obviously taken profit too.
Yeah.
Well, with people that I get into drip, they generally have a job, and it's a job that they hate. So I say to them, how long can you last in that job?
Yeah.
And they generally go, well, I could probably stick it out for maybe another year. I was like, well, then get into drip and then just hydrate it for that 1 year. Continue doing that job until you get sick of it. And then you'll be at a really good position in a year's time.
And if you have a job and you have like a decent amount of income, you can add to your stack. Like I'm so bad because I've forgotten the name of the YouTuber that did this video recently, but he just very simply laid out like, okay, here's your initial account and here's where you'll be after a year. But let me show you this. Here's your same starting stack, but now look what happens if you add 1 drip per week.
Yeah.
And the results at the end of the year were way better.
Yeah.
You know, so somebody who's employed, gainfully employed, and they have that little bit of disposable income, Boom, perfect. Put in another drip every week, every 2 weeks,
Yep.
whatever. And then that you'll just accelerate that timeline even more. And I was going
Absolutely.
to say about the referrals, while yes, you know, the 1% per day is fantastic and you don't need anything else. Um, it is very nice to get the referrals because you get rewarded. Plus, you're
Yes.
helping the system grow. You're helping that
Mm.
user adoption, and it's it's not that bad. Like, you know, like I said earlier, if somebody's
Yeah.
doing multi-level marketing and they're trying to sell this product or service that's kind of
Yeah.
like I said, you know, you're trying to sell your brother something and you know your
Good.
brother doesn't need this shit, but you want to get that. You know, drip is nothing like that. It's
Yeah.
not a
It's
hard
not.
sell at all. It's more like, holy crap, this thing is so fun and so awesome, and I'm doing so well, and I can see it growing every day. And you just naturally want to talk about it to your friends and family. You know, you're not going to build a team of 300, but you can like this guy posted in my chat, you can build
Yeah.
14
Mm.
and you know everybody on your team. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's great. I mean, I think in the beginning, a lot of people did go into it really focused on trying to build teams because of that network marketing mentality. All right, and I think that's a big factor, and so that's why you've still got lots of people out there with very small accounts because they didn't really understand what they were doing. They didn't understand it as being this thing for you, not just about networking, so to speak, you know. And then when their expectations were about a growth based on networking, but that didn't work out, that's when they kind of pull away and go, oh shit, well, this is not working. But in reality, it is working, but you just don't see it. Your expectations were different because you had that mentality of that multi level marketing,
Yep.
right?
That's how people started. Most people started that way. That's
Yeah,
right.
a lot of people started that
Yeah.
way. And, you know, actually, admittedly, even myself, initially on the other program, yeah, I started that way.
It's
But it
it's
took,
a different strategy for sure. Yeah.
yeah, but it
And
didn't
it
take
works.
long to realize that, hey, no, you don't need to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
doing that shit,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
That's right. That's right. Brandon, it's so nice
And
to see you. Sorry, my audio was fucked up earlier. So,
No
but
worries.
oh,
Nice to
dude, miss you guys,
nice.
man. How's it going over there? You're all settled in?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got, I'm basically going to be here for a solid 2 months. And then
There you go.
I was back in the U.S. before. The thing about Puerto Rican residency is you have to have 183 days here,
ah,
actually legitimately living here. And I just actually recently learned that you can have 30 of those days can be vacation, where you're traveling abroad.
oh,
You're just not going
Okay.
to the United States. You know, you're going somewhere else, which we qualify for that too.
oh,
But
sweet,
yeah, I just been putting in my time. It's not the best. I love it here, but it's not ideal because I'm away from my wife. You know,
yeah,
so
Okay.
that kind of sucks. But yeah, other than that, I'm getting in shape. I'm working out every day.
Good.
I'm eating right.
Good.
I love having my own place because I can control the food that's in here and not have the temptation to eat crap.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I'm still pinching myself that I don't have to log in for work every day at 2 p.m. so I can
yeah,
have the time to do a little workout or um, listen to. I was just listening to this really interesting podcast. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the Lex Friedman podcast.
mm,
He's
No.
on YouTube. He's brilliant, and he
Yeah.
introduces or he interviews all these big names. And
yeah,
anyway, I learned about how exercising in water, like swimming, like burns extra calories. And so I've got this beautiful beach right out here.
Jeez.
We lost Danny, and I actually got myself a little boogie board. So now I'm gonna go out like every day and go spend an hour playing in
Oh,
the
good for
surf
you.
and riding
Yeah.
the waves and get the
Yeah.
exercise in and burn extra calories because it's taking place in the water. So It's kind of
Well, I
long.
didn't know that. I got a swimming pool right beside me outside my
Oh,
my
yeah.
office, and
I
and
use
I
it
don't
a
know
lot.
why I'm getting bigger then. So I guess I should do something about it.
I'm
I'm
doing
not gonna
it.
turn my video on for this one. I got my shirt off. It's friggin' hot out here right now. 32 degrees, 9 a.m. It was 32 degrees already. I was like, what the heck
Wow.
is going on? Yeah, it's pretty hot out here. But I hope I start losing weight just with the sweat. It's so damn hot. But yeah, no, it's good you're settled in, bro. That's good. You're doing all right. I
Yeah.
haven't had much time to follow you as much, but no, I know you're doing big things. So doing big things for the community. So that's always good. And we got a great team
Thank
right
you.
now over on this side too. So I think
There he
yeah,
is.
I heard Danny saying, when things go high, everybody's noisy. When things go down, everything's really quiet, right?
Super quiet
And
Yeah.
now.
yeah, super quiet. But yeah, you could talk about drip and the sustainability and how it's built. Yeah, no matter what price point you get in, you're always gonna be doing all right, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's just a
Yeah.
matter of picking the right spots. And no, once you make that commitment to be in, you're already in, right? It's not a one-time shot where you're like, okay, I'm gonna put in $1,000 or $10,000 and just make it a million. It doesn't work that way. We've all learned that in the past year.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
after this 1 year, it's a strong piece of code. And
Yeah.
so this is one of the core investments in your portfolio that you should definitely be building on, even before moving to other ones. I know there's a bunch of them that have popped up, and there are tons. I think with rug pulls, man, there have been how many rug pulls or exploits this year?
Yeah.
More than 2019, right?
Mhm.
2019, 2020. That was the time, the season of rug pulls. But I think these past few months have been worse, right?
The season of rug pull.
Yeah, it's been worse because I think the developers have gotten a lot smarter. Yet the community itself has also gotten a lot smarter. Hence all these auditing, quote unquote auditing platforms and whatnot, trying to help out. But really, could they be the ones exploiting? You don't know. It's
Yeah.
DeFi, right? And so, but I think
Right.
the code is getting a lot stronger and tighter, and I'm excited to see what happens from now on. You know what I'm saying? That elephant exploit that happened a
Yeah.
while ago. You know, yeah, you may have your perception about BT and whatnot, but
Yeah.
again, I've made money from his platforms, ever since the beginning, and I know he's improving on it, and he's taking the right steps to make it better, and that's just my angle. I mean, other people may have another opinion, but
What
And he's
comes to
fully
my
doxed
mind
himself now
with
too,
the
right? Yep.
with
Sorry.
the season of the season of rugs, and then with everything that's been happening lately, just in 2022 with the exploits and this and
Yep.
that. What comes to my mind is how tremendously lucky I am, and we are, that we linked up somehow with Forex Shark.
Yep.
And the fact that the contracts have been up and running perfectly for an entire year, no bugs, no exploits, no rug pulls, no
Yep.
nothing, no flash
Yep.
loan attacks or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
It just makes me think, damn, I'm lucky. Holy
Yeah.
crap, did
Yeah.
I just
Absolutely.
completely
Yeah.
score? And like I was saying
Correct.
earlier, right now is still like early in the product and early in the user adoption curve. And it's the sweet spot because we have this proven product.
Yep.
We know it's good. We know it's safe. We know we're not going to get rugged. Everything is golden,
Yep.
and it's still early. So, like right now,
Yes.
is absolutely, in my opinion, the sweet spot of getting into drip.
Correct.
Yep.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Again, you pick your spots, but no matter what, there's going to be cycles within drip itself. This is how I see it. So early on, whales came on. Now 1 year's passed, so you're going to see some of those drop off, but new ones come in. So there's going to be. It's just like the ocean. It's just going to be up and down, up and down, up and down. But no
Yep.
matter where you are, you're going to be okay. So it just, again, it takes
Yeah.
time, patience, and compound interest. That's it. That's
That
all it
that
takes.
adds another factor to the sweet spot too, is that the price is relatively low, like really relatively low.
Yes.
And
Yes.
a lot of people, I think, focus on, oh, well, it was 197 or 200 if you're Danny. It was that, it was really, really high, and now it's all the way down to 30. And I'm like, well, that's true, but also we've made higher lows and higher highs.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we're on a down cycle, but this low is a heck of a lot higher than the last low. Last
been
time it
here
was
before.
$6.84.
Yeah.
Now we're
Been here
5 or 6
before.
times higher than that.
Correct.
Yep.
5 or 6 times after 1 year.
Yeah.
How about next year?
Yeah.
What's the price going to be at the second year? Right,
Yep.
second birthday. I want to see. Period.
Like I'd be
That's
super
right.
happy with $30 drip next year.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Why
Yeah,
not?
I still would be. Yep.
Super happy.
I think it might be at 60. That's just my guess.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
how many more drip are you going to have in your pocket anyway? How
many more
many
accounts,
more
how
you're
many
going to
more
have
drip?
in there?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter at $30. Just quickly going to answer this question here. Question I was asked: if someone holds Breep and sells it, are team rewards the only thing affected? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's all.
Yeah.
There you go. That's answered.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, man, like again, super excited. Where are we going to be? You know, this coming Christmas. You know, there's still so many things in the pipeline, so many things that are coming through. I don't know. Is the lending thing still going to go ahead? Don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Forex
yeah,
in
yeah.
itself, that's a
Forex
game
is very
changer, man.
excited about that, and you're going to be able to get a loan with your faucet account as
Yeah.
collateral.
Yep.
That is
This guy's a
so
monster,
bullish
man.
because people will be able to monetize their faucet account without selling.
Yeah. That's right.
It affects your tax.
That's a total game changer there.
Yeah.
You know?
If you understood the whole, I know he has a lot of stuff on his plate, and relaunching piggy bank. But after that, all the things in line, oh man, very bullish.
Yeah.
And even with the scratch tickets alone, the way
Oh, yeah.
the mechanics with the splash, it's sick. This guy's a monster, man.
Yeah,
Right?
he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
talking
heard it's
about
like-
that earlier on the stream. It's like, damn, dude, this guy, he's done it again. Animal Farm was completely revolutionary, completely innovative. Boom, boom, scratcher tickets, completely
Yeah.
new thing on the blockchain.
Yep.
Bob just said it correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tax on loans. That's what I said.
Can't be
It's going to
taxed
affect
on
your
that.
taxes.
Absolutely. Yes.
You don't get taxed on loans. You don't get taxed on debt.
That's it.
Very good.
I might wait to do my renovations now.
There you go. There you go.
So, yeah, again, so much happening. It's, how can you not be bullish on it? I mean,
You can't. And it's sad how a lot of people, you see a lot of FUD going on there. I don't even like the word FUD, but anyways, like when
Yeah.
things drop with the exploit of piggy bank, it wasn't really an exploit. It was just a bot. And
Yeah.
like I told you, Danny, offline, you could only bot something if
It
you
wasn't
understand
even
the
a
code.
bug.
It wasn't. No, if you're trying to take advantage of a code of a platform, you can only do that if you know what the code looks like. You can't interact with a smart contract if you have no smart contract deployed. Meaning there must have been something in the DAO or whatever the group that knew beforehand how it would play out. And so some bad actors within a DAO would then kind of exploit it in a way that they could. But you would have to know where's your endpoint. Where are you going? What point are you going to target? Right. So it was more of an internal thing, internal DAO thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to create more fun, but it could be like he's talking about bad players within his group. So that's it. So I said it's not
Well-
bad code. It's just people taking advantage of what's open, and that's these are
don't-
smart guys.
It's possible that there was a link between the two people that botted the launch of Piggy Bank and the
Yeah.
DAO. That's possible, but I mean, it's not. I would definitely wouldn't call it a bug because there was nothing.
No, it wasn't a
wrong
bug.
with the
It wasn't a
code
bug.
at all.
No,
But
it was a bot. I was saying it was bot.
yeah,
bot.
they took advantage
Your
and
damn
they
accent.
got an unfair, they got a huge extra share of the piglets, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Timing.
not only and they executed it with software rather than being like a normal person using a wallet and clicking on the thing and
Yep.
doing it that way. So that in and of itself was definitely a problem, right? But the other problem was, and Forex admitted this. I think I'm very pleased with the way he handled the whole thing, and
Oh, big
He
time.
identified that they made a mistake, or they made a decision that wasn't ideal for the product, and because they were under a time crunch and they wanted to get the thing released, etc. Um,
Sure.
and the issue was the starting liquidity pool for piglets. So it's what's called an internal DEX,
Yep.
meaning you don't go on PancakeSwap and swap LP tokens for piglets. You just deposit your LP tokens into the contract, and internally it does an exchange in a liquidity pool, an internal liquidity pool, where it takes your LP tokens and you get piglets out, right?
Yeah.
And so the issue was this internal liquidity pool was very shallow, very small, which means it's very easily pushed around. And so that very first purchase of piglets, he put a relatively small amount of LP tokens
Mm-hmm.
and got a huge
Mm-hmm.
bag of
Yeah.
piglets. Like 22% of all the piglets in existence
Yep.
went to this one botter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that had nothing to do with, oh, it sucks that we had these people come in with bots and take an unfair advantage. That was just a bad decision. They were under a time crunch. They had to make a decision as to that starting liquidity, and they
Yep.
went with the same thing that they did with Drip Garden, which ostensibly sounds like, oh, that's probably going to work pretty well because Drip Garden worked well. But they didn't account for the botters, and they didn't account for the tremendous popularity of this
Yeah.
product. So that little tiny shallow liquidity pool got completely overwhelmed,
Yeah.
and you had this massive price differential between the first couple of players, being the botters, and everybody else. So
Yeah.
the botters got this huge portion, this huge bag, and everybody else got a relatively smaller bag. So
Yeah.
it was a mistake, not a bug, but a mistake. And then, for version 2, they're going to be starting out with a much deeper liquidity pool internal for that piglets LP token exchange
Correct.
thing.
Correct. And more importantly, look how the developer and his team is handling it. What
Couldn't be
other
better.
developer is there out there right now that would handle the situation the way they have handled it? So, big props to them. Every other platform out there, they would just leave it as is. Oh, well, too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're going to work with, right? Yeah. Too many of them out there. So be careful who you choose to.
Other devs would be like, okay, this one didn't work out, on to the next,
Yeah, that's right.
And,
That's
and
right.
because of Forex's tendencies, like, he's always building everything that's going to benefit Drip in the end. He can't do that. He can't just be like, screw that, I'll just go on to the next thing, because the next thing is going to all benefit the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And the people that were really trying to get in early, right? And people who are even getting in now, it's going to be a lot more fair for the 99% of people that's going to be entering the piggy bank, whether they did it in the first launch and the second launch, right?
Definitely.
Everybody's going to do a lot better. Everybody's going to be in a better position. Right?
Yep.
Just because of his decision to then make it a lot more fair.
Well, and he, now, since he had to redo Piggy Bank in version 2 of it, that gave him the chance to change things up so that the very small players can still go ahead and compound every day, because some of the smaller players were like not earning enough truffles every day to be able to compound one new piglet to their stack. And that's no good, because you want to compound every day. You want to be incentivized to compound every day. And it also has to do with, those bonus piglets that you get. If you time lock, you get extra piglets every day or every couple of days, or however it works out with the math. And those smaller players, they weren't able to do that. They weren't able to actually get their bonuses because they weren't getting enough truffles. So he's fixed that. Now you can compound like a fractional piglet. You get like a quarter of a piglet or something. And or no, that's not exactly how it's going to be done. The piglets are going to be way cheaper, basically. And so with a few truffles or whatever, you'll be able to get another piglet. So everybody will be able to compound daily, which of course we want we want people compounding, and the product will be a lot more sustainable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super excited for Piggy Bank. Super. It's just, it's
Danny, you
Did
know
just.
you?
how excited I am. Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
man, absolutely,
Yeah, dude.
absolutely. um, yeah, I mean, again, it's revolutionary. You know, it's brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So
It gives us something to appeal to the Hexicans out there too.
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly right. And there's a
Yep.
shitload of them,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? Shitload of
That's
them
why
that
I'm
come
excited
over.
because I'm a old school hex guy too myself. So
Yeah,
I understand the power of piggy bank, and so people who are new to this type of platform, yeah, they'll see the power. Just watch. Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. So
I
for
wish
anyone
Hex would
that's
go
out
back
there,
to 50 cents.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. For sure. Me
well, we'll
too.
be buying a shitload. Um,
I, I have a stake. One of my Hex stakes is ending in May.
wow.
So I'm curious to. I hope the price will go up.
Yeah. 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 Stick with it. It's one of those things too. You may not like the guy, right? But the platform itself is solid.
Oh, I like
It
the
always has
guy.
been. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
learned
A
so
lot of
much from
people.
Richard Hart.
Yeah,
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 you're a
no, for sure.
fanboy.
He's an old school. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's a very
Yeah,
bright person. Very
I'm
bright.
not.
Well,
I don't
mhm.
like all the. I understand it, and he says he does it because he wants to appeal to more people. But
yeah,
I'm just not a fan of all the Louis Vuitton and all the
yeah.
weird clothing that he shows off
It was,
and
it
all
was,
the
it was,
watch.
it was, it's a lot. It's a lot more appealing than the old Satanist look, which was just thrown in the candles. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's cool.
So it's just not my style, but like I don't fault him for that. And what I think about when I think about Richard Hart is like I learned a lot. I learned a
That
lot
Yeah,
guy's
from him.
freaking.
yeah,
That guy's smart, man. Yeah, you can't argue with that. And that's the same thing that when it comes to developers, whether you like them or not, it's non-emotional, right? This is about money, making money in DeFi,
yep,
right? Even other people can't tell you what to do. So people saying that, oh, you're doing this wrong or you're doing this right, you have to remember, guys, this is friggin' DeFi. It's all up
yeah,
to you. You're the one who clicks the button, so you make your own decision. You dig
Yep.
into a guy like Richard Hart, dig hard, dig deep, because you want to understand what makes this guy think the way he does, and what type of code he's produced, right? And how he's moving the pulse and all this stuff. And now with Animal Farm and Drip, how it roots to Drip and how it actually rooted to Reap, right? So it's
yeah,
you got to understand those things because that will help you, um, with your own opinions and your own decision to either click the button or not. But you can't
yeah,
blame anybody for not airdropping you, not doing this for you. There's nothing. No one's doing anything for you.
yeah.
You're on your own. This is DeFi, decentralized finance. So you control it. If you fail, that's all on you, right? Nobody else.
Absolutely. No
And
one's
if
ever
you
pointed a
succeed,
gun to your head
yeah,
and said,
same.
"Oh, you got to do this or you got to do that." You should jump in and
Yeah.
I mean that's the shit I've been filtering through for many months as well.
Well, yeah,
But
for
no
sure.
one forces your hand,
No, absolutely not.
right?
And the problem is because you we found something like Drip, for example. Oh my God, it
Yeah,
works, right? It's great. Okay, that means every other project that comes along is going to be the same. Hell no.
no,
Look what's happening. You got
Yeah.
other decent programs out there where you like, for example, I'll bring it like something like EMP Money or whatever that's is doing fairly well right now. But okay,
yeah,
who are these guys? Right? They're YouTubers that want to create their own thing. They're working with some other developers. Yeah, that one developer that worked with Hourglass, which was Trevon, right? So
yeah,
you get to know those people, but did they do some shady stuff with crypto talk and all that? Who knows, right? Like you don't know uh, um how sincere these developers are. And in
yeah.
this space, yeah, do you trust anybody? I don't know.
Not
I
Yeah,
don't know.
anymore.
But
I have to admit I am like heavily biased because I've gotten DMs and different people asking me or telling me about this product and this
Yeah,
project and whatnot.
yeah,
And I'm so heavily biased because like I'm doing great with Forex. And like
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
have a reason to take any risks anywhere else,
Eggs
you know?
friggin' exactly. That's what I'm saying, and I said this
Yeah.
many times before. If you haven't retired on drip and the drip ecosystem, why bother looking anywhere else, right?
Yeah,
Yes, you want to
that's true.
diversify, and now if you made the decision to get in and you know that the code is strong, then why move anywhere else? Why look to diversify into so many
Yep.
things when actually you could just stick it into the ecosystem? It's that it comes full circle. Drip, drip garden, farm
Yeah.
to piggy bank, and there you
Yeah.
go. There's your
Yeah.
cycle. There's your diversification, right?
Amen.
Absolutely.
don't-
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, I get messages from people all the time. Oh, got to check this out, check that out, check this out. And I'm like, well, I don't really need to. I don't need to. I mean, I
Yeah.
do my own things. I'm into other stuff as well. But, you know, that's just for me to play. That's just to keep me interested.
It
It's
is.
not
It's
that
plain
I'm
and
looking at these things to replace what I'm doing in drip. No. I mean, my drip's working freaking beautifully.
Everybody's
You know?
attracted to the bright
So,
lights. That's the problem.
You know, it's and so anyone that's out there that's listening and watching and they're kind of thinking, oh, drip's not that great or whatever. Guys, wait and see in a year's time. You tell
Yeah.
me then if it's not great.
Say the
Okay,
same thing.
we've
Nick.
been here for a year. We already know it's great. Okay, we already
Oh, yeah.
know it works.
Yeah.
So hey, just and the thing is to be patient. Be patient. Just cruise along and be patient with it. There's no need to like ape into shit and increase your risk and all of that. Just
Yeah,
cruise along
I
and be patient.
absolutely, I love what Daffy was saying earlier about talking to people and when they're first getting started and just like, all right, how much longer can you really take it at that job? and,
Yeah.
that's totally doable. See, the thing I always liked about drip versus hex, as soon as I understood both products very well,
Yeah.
I always loved how the gratification is still delayed in drip, but it comes a lot
Yeah.
sooner. Because I always say this, like in hex, it's like, yeah, okay, great. Talk to me in 10 years. I'm going to be rich in 10 years for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, who wants to wait 10 years,
Yeah.
So like with like what Daffy was saying with drip and with faucet, 1 year is totally doable. You're not going to necessarily
Yes.
be like super wealthy, but you're going to be making a good income and maybe, quitting your job or at least like paying a lot of your bills or all of your bills. And then you
Yep.
have like suddenly you have like two incomes and you
Yep.
can really start to build it out and it's just going to keep growing. So I really like that, what you were saying about that, Daffy.
Appreciate it. But that's true for quite a lot of people that get into drip. You know, it's everybody has a job. Everybody can put in a bill of, let's say, €50 in our sense here, €50 a month that they can add into drip to improve their position later on. If they just hydrate every single day for a year, adding in that €50, they'll be in a really good position by the end of that year.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So again, guys, if you're not
Love
in
it.
drip, get in.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
obviously.
Not financial advice. Do your own research. Watch these videos. It's funny
Guys,
enough-
I'm fading fast here. It's
No worries,
absolute
Brandon.
night for
Hey,
me.
brother,
Brandon, it was a
thank
pleasure.
you
Nice to
see you
so
again,
much,
buddy.
and it's been awesome to see you. I mean, we've
Yeah.
gone to 2 hours again now, so we've done pretty well.
The old days.
And
It's
I mean, like
it's
Daffy,
it's
yeah.
very fun for me to hang out with all of you again. So thanks for having the stream. Thanks for sending me the link.
Man.
I've enjoyed it immensely.
It's awesome, bro, and good to see you. I think of you often. I go, I got to message Brandon, just to catch up. And I've even thought of just messaging you on Facebook instead of going into Telegram, because when I go into Telegram, it's just like madness.
I guess we can both now legitimately say this, but come visit me in paradise, brother.
Man, will do. Will do. Definitely. I will do. That's on the cards, man. That's on the cards. And if I can work out a way for my wife to let me marry somebody else in the US, so then I
Yeah,
can live in
in
Puerto Rico.
That's why I'm not going. I'm married already, man. It's too dangerous
I'm
to go
only
out there.
joking. I love my wife. I'm only joking. But yeah, Brandon, as always, a pleasure to have you on the stream, man.
Pleasure is mine.
And we'll do it again soon. Look, I'm probably not going to do weeklies like I was doing before. Only because I'm going through the renovations and doing stuff around the place, and it's coming up to summer break for my kids soon, so we're just going to go and spend some time outdoors doing stuff outside.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we could
So-
do shorter ones if the group has a lot of good questions, then why not? Shorter ones, yeah. What's short?
Well, this was supposed to be a quick one.
2 hours later.
Sorry, man.
2 hours.
You should have learned by now, Danny. My God. Quick one.
I know. But
Like
no, I probably
asking somebody
will.
for 1 pint, Never
we'll
one
see.
pint.
Probably start off with every couple of weeks again, and I really should, because I'm paying for full StreamYard. I also have Melon app, which I'm paying full for that. Actually, Brandon, that's one you might want to look into, man. They did a special offer. You get I've now got the full 1080p streaming version of Melon, which is created by Streamlabs. Okay, and
I already did the StreamYard thing, though.
Yeah, well, StreamYard's what, $49 or something a month I'm paying for as well. But the Melon one, you get all the same features, and it's $15 for the whole thing. I've got both.
I think I paid.
Why-
For the entire year on StreamYard. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Why are you making Brandon spend more money? See, Danny
Yeah,
hates
dude,
money.
come
He just
on.
doesn't
I'm
wanna-
not. I'm not made of money. Jesus.
So, but
All right,
anyway,
guys.
I'll probably do every couple of weeks. But yeah, Brandon, I'll send you links anytime, man. If it's not on Telegram, I'll send it to you on Facebook. Just in case.
Whoever's watching, ask a lot of questions so Danny can do more streams. Force him.
Great to see you
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna bail.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
You too,
dude.
brother.
Nice
Later.
talking to
See
you
you,
again.
Brandon.
Have a
Thanks,
good
man.
day.
Cheers.
All right. See ya. Guys,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. It was good to have Brandon on there. You know,
Kelly, too. Where's
Imagine-
Kelly at? Yeah, we should get Kelly on.
don't know, actually.
Minutes ago.
Even Brandon hasn't spoken with Kelly in a while, and I haven't.
Yeah,
in a while.
everybody's
I'll
busy.
probably message her later on, just to say g'day.
Yeah, we'll have drinking sessions together.
Yeah.
Well, Danny has his 50th again in August.
Again.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do, because
He's
I
dragging it
didn't
on for
get
a
to
second year.
celebrate last year, right? I didn't get to celebrate last year, so.
Does that mean that we're all 2 years younger than what we're supposed to be
Yeah.
because of COVID?
So I'm looking at getting this this private villa resort thing for my birthday this year. We can accommodate like 45 or 50 people or something like that.
You see my ceiling,
6
but
bedrooms.
oh, what's that?
Whoa, look at that!
Oh,
Isn't it like 9 a.m. over there?
There you go. Look. Alak-Azul. Now you've done it. Now you've done it. I got to do one. Bloody hell! I wasn't.
What
gonna
time
do
is it over there?
It's lunchtime
It's-
now, so it's
It's lunchtime, so
Alright,
it's good time.
All right, okay, that's cool then. That's
so
fine.
it's okay.
I thought it was like 9 a.m.
right?
over there.
I'm gonna do the Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul.
Oh, gotta love that. Fresh new batch I made last night. Woo. But yeah, so August. Daffy, if you can get your ass over here, man, that would be awesome.
I am waiting for my passport to be sorted out. As soon as I have my passport sorted, there's a lot of people that I need to go and see. I have to go and
Yeah.
see Salvatore over in Italy
Yep,
because I need to talk to him about a couple of things.
there you go. Well,
To
he's
start
been
the Tina.
messaging me too. He's been asking me for, I don't know. We'll have to get online with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone that tuned in today, thank you very much. We've got
Everybody who's
67
watching,
people
good
still
luck
on
out there.
Yeah,
And yeah, look, stay safe. And you know, just hang in there. Most of you guys that are on that are watching anyway have been with us for quite a while, so you already know what's going on. Don't let any of the FUD get to you, anything like that. Go back and review some of the videos that we've done in the past. You know, actually, I was watching the one that we did, Lucky, the one that you and I did with Kelly.
Yeah.
The other day, and I just went back and I reviewed that. A lot of good content on that, and then the
Still
one
holds
that
true.
the three of us did about the drip price. When the
I
three of us
recently
did that one.
posted that up on the Philippines drip
Yeah.
Telegram.
It doesn't
Yeah,
change.
You know,
No,
It
not at
hasn't.
all.
It hasn't, and it's good to go back and review those things. And yeah, guys, if you're ever feeling a little bit down about, your position or whatever in drip, don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. Just keep pushing
If you
ahead.
do feel that way, again, look at the compound calculator, and just keep dreaming, guys. Keep
Yeah.
focused on that, because if prices are down and now you came in at 130, 150, now it's down to like 30. Again, stick to your drip calculator or your compound
Yep.
interest calculator, and just keep dreaming. Look at that every single morning, and just
Yep.
focus on that. How can I do this? How can I get more money? How can
That's it. You
you'll
may need to adjust your dates a little bit.
it's all good.
Like if you had a specific goal or a specific plan, in a year from now, it may be 2 years, but hey, it's still there.
Yeah.
You got to consider, if you were working a normal job still, or a lot of you still are, but if you're just working a normal job and you're trying to build up some kind of retirement fund, and you're going to be funding that for the rest of your life, your working life, hey, what more doing this? With this, you can. What's a year or 2 years when it comes to building a retirement fund? Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
When you compare
But
to your
yeah.
real life.
Or if you're out there and you're crying that you're only making $1,000 a day versus 5,000, then boo hoo for you.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Do you really need that money? Don't live outside of your means.
Well, that's true, and that's the thing that over time, what happens? I'll just put this up here. Over time, what happens is that, well, it has been for me anyway. The more that you make, actually, the less that you spend. I know.
After a
That's
while,
not
yeah.
true. That's so not true.
After a while, yes.
No, like for
When you start
me,
getting bored. Yeah.
You start to go,
The
well,
man that is making an octopus house.
do I really need it? You know what I mean?
So the
then
person
again-
that's gonna be doing his birthday again.
Yeah, but
And-
but that's still within my means. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not going out and buying the Ferraris and stuff like that at the moment.
Well, that's me.
Well, you
Yeah.
tend to understand what's more important in life. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, my car. I've just spent money to get my car redone because it's been sitting there for a couple of years. And Daffy said to me, "Why don't I just buy a new one?" It's like, well, I don't need one. I don't need one. Considering also that I hardly ever go out anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just here at home most of the time, and will
like
be for
being
the
out.
next few months. I mean, I love
I'm
getting
always
out,
in my car.
but at the end of the day, well,
I would be too, Daffy. You have a beautiful car, Ben.
Yeah, well, wait till the end of the year. My
Yeah.
my early Christmas present to myself will be the IA.
McLaren.
Oh, the McLaren.
McLaren.
But I'm weighing them up because the McLaren, even though it is an amazing car, I know at some point I press that start button and it's not going to turn over. Although, if I get an i8, if I press that start button and it doesn't turn over, I can call someone. They'll come and collect it, and they'll
Yeah.
give me a courtesy car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's cool
There
to
you go.
feel. It's cool to know that you could afford certain things. You just choose not to buy it because other things may be more important.
Yeah.
Have more
Yeah.
priority,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, just because. Right?
I mean, there's
At least you have
certain
that freedom.
things-
That's freedom.
Yeah,
And what I've been doing as well is that, like, even though I can go and pay cash for pretty much anything I want, right? I put myself into the habit of actually just spacing it out. Like, I want to buy I don't know if you've seen them, Daffy, those new guitars that are out, the carbon fiber guitars. They're
Oh,
called
yeah.
the Lava Me 3.
Mm.
Dude, they are freaking amazing, right? And the thing is that I can go out and buy one today, but instead of that, I've gone, nah, I'm going to budget it out. I'm going to put X amount away, little amounts, and then I'll just give it to myself as a gift in a couple of months' time. But
Yeah.
the thing is, those guitars are freaking amazing. Have you seen them with the touch screen display
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
top
yeah.
and the built-in
Yeah, yeah.
speaker and oh, dude, freaking
Yeah,
awesome.
you're a guitar nerd.
Oh,
Yeah, it's beautiful
man.
though.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
not
it.
like
It's nice.
I don't have any guitars, right? But no, I've got to get one. So that's the thing. I mean, I will spend money on stuff like that, but it's not a matter of like. I think Eric said this well before. If you're gonna buy something worth $1 million, for example, if you're gonna buy something worth $1 million, make sure you've saved $2 million. right?
At least double.
At
Yeah.
least,
Yeah.
at least. So then,
Yeah.
you're not depleting everything. You've always got something else to fall back on, and that's
Yeah.
that's the thing that when you, I guess I said it wrong earlier, but when you make money and you know that all your stuff is covered, all your bills and stuff like that, then you can actually sit back and go, hey, all right, I want this, but let me just put it to a budget and do it over time instead of just going, all right, I'm going to go and
Yeah.
spend millions or whatever on this particular thing, and then leave myself with nothing. And I think what it teaches you over time, when you're earning enough money to pay all of your bills and stuff, it allows you that time to actually reflect, because most of the time people that are poor will always stay poor, because when they get money they just go and spend it, right?
Correct.
That's the difference of being poor and broke. Right. And it's a mindset. And I'm not poor. I'm never going to be poor. And I'm not saying that on just a financial level. I'm talking about that in regards to a mindset.
Wealth building.
Yeah.
True wealth building.
Well, the thing is, drip will actually teach you that mindset, especially with
It
the people
does.
that I talk to.
Yeah.
As I said earlier on, anybody that I've
Nice.
spoken and gotten into drip, they all work jobs they hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they build that mindset of putting money aside every single month to put into drip,
Yeah.
and they invest that money for at least a year, and then they're able to be in a really good position to either retire and or get a different job,
Yep.
and then they can put in more money into drip or create a second account.
Yeah.
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 You know,
A drip
And-
magnet for sure, man.
Yes.
Good for you,
brother.
I'm happy. Yeah.
really happy.
Drip wealth magnet. That's what his name is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep positive, brother.
That's Doug, by the way. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Doug.
yeah. That's all good.
Talks the man.
You're hiding in the background there, but
we're all
yeah,
docs
Doug.
here. Yeah.
Also,
Cryptovonics.
you're
This guy's
you're
a
doing
monster
great
too on the
things.
chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Cryptovonics also admin moderator on the Drip
Yeah, he's a
Philippines
monster. It's
Telegram
good.
group.
Very active.
So yep, super
Good leader.
active. And yeah, and as far as I know, you're not that far away from me. We could catch up for some blue drinks sometime. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
We were mapping that all out earlier on because
Yeah.
the house that my mum bought is in Cavite, so you're halfway point to
nice.
Danny.
Yeah, lucky, because he was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that when he comes to visit, he's going to be in Cavite, and I said, "Oh, that's not that far from me." And then we brought
Yeah.
it up on Google Maps, and you were halfway.
I'm right in the middle. So I think you guys
Yeah.
just come to my place. Yeah, for sure.
Well, no,
Do it.
he said
No.
he's just going to grab you and drag you over to here.
Oh, there you go. We do that too. Yeah. Go to the octopus. house.
All
Yeah.
good. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to call the live stream. And unless there's anyone out there that has any questions, but I don't think so. I think people just tune in to see our faces, man. But anyway, thanks again for everyone that's listened in today. I'll try to get back on, probably every week or every couple of weeks at least, just to update you and show you that I'm drinking blue drinks and Alak-Azul and all of that stuff. And, list down the questions that you may have. Although I'm sure most of you already know what's up. You already know what's going on.
Yeah.
Here we
Cool.
go. We can plan
Yeah,
a meetup,
nice.
bro, the soonest. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. You're not far away from me, so we'll get you on Telegram, or I'll give you links to add me on Facebook later on. I don't want to be on Telegram, but no, it's no. It's just that I just get so many messages.
There's
But
so much
anyway.
noise. Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Daft, Lucky, just stay on for a minute.
All right,
I'm
brothers.
going to play the outro, and we'll go from there. Thank you again for everybody. I've got to do a quick shout out to C. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for messaging me. Yeah, we missed you too. And G Unit, West, Bob,
Yeah.
Drip Magnet,
Everybody.
Cryptovonics, everyone else there that's been messaging. Thank you so much again. Going to play the outro now, and we will speak with you soon.
Soon.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.